What's up, y'all? Come on in here. We are here for another episode of The Floor is Yours on this wonderful Sunday. So tune in, share the show. Look, Gerard up there showing y'all his shirt. Yes! The rest of y'all need to get in uniform. Get your lives together. I don't know what's going on over here.
I came ready for war.
And James, the master of the universe. I'm unapologetically Black Queen.
Yes.
So we in here. Hey, I see.
What it do, girl? This sorry computer baby wanted to update, slow rolling.
Mine too.
All right, y'all. Well, y'all tune in. We're going to drop the intro. We're going to let everybody get settled and get ready to get this thing popping.
They the rawest new podcast, who want the smoke? Coming raw and uncut like who want this dope? Whatever you want, they for sure to cover the topic. From racial issues to fashion flies to cockpit. Y'all ain't never get it like this, cause they ain't never did it like this. We on our this the way the cookie crumbles for y'all. She gon' bring the inspiration to all. You know what's up with her. And this shit manifesting is a vision. And y'all gon' love TJ cause he the realest. From the heart of them all, they the start of it all. You looking for a holler and holla at Gerard. The professor, nothing less coming at you with the lessons. Get your edge if you knowin' what's good for you. They educated, but they still keep it hood for you. Won't need another, this one here really do it for you.
Baby, the floor is yours. Yeah, baby, I'm on the floor is yours. Baby, come down to the floor is yours. Let me show you how pro the floor is yours. 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 The floor is yours.
Yeah.
You better sing, Debbie J. Go on and get in and get your part in there. Yes. Y'all see we updating visuals and stuff. We getting fancy about a moment. It's looking good. Shout out to Flex Neil for getting this stuff together. So happy with it. Yes. All right, y'all. So we here for one. I'm just gonna go on and tell you. Then it's like, what was it? I was the only one who heard that.
Oh, that might have been me moving my mic. My bad.
Be still. You like the kids at church. Stop wiggling around. Sit still and don't mess with stuff. No. That's why we couldn't hand you the mic until it's time for you to say your Easter speech because you moving it around, tapping on this stuff. Be still.
Is this thing on? Is this thing on?
But I'm going to tell y'all, they done already got started, y'all. They done started arguing before the show done even went live. So I think this one finna be lit today. So y'all tune in. Again, share the show. Get everybody tuned in. Everybody on the same page. Make sure you have liked and subscribed and followed us on all platforms. The floor is yours everywhere that you go. Tune into it. All right? So, Debbie J, I'm going to throw it to you so we can get into this thing.
Well, like Miss Cookie said, go gather your crew, your family, friends, your auntie and them, and get ready to watch the show. We got something great cooking for y'all tonight. It's already been brewing and simmering over the last few days in our chat and side conversations that we've been having with each other. We have an awesome topic tonight. So, but like I said, make sure you go to Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and all them platforms to go follow us and make sure you're chiming in, put in where you're watching from. If it's your first time, let us know. Give us a shout out and let us know where you at. So before we get into this, we got a video clip that we're going to show because this is mainly where our main discussion is coming from. As we play the video about the topic, I want the audience to take a moment to respond to the question in the comments. Do Black men have the right to hold Black women accountable? It's not too heavy, is it? But no, give us your answer and we pick a response later on in the show to see who wins the prize. So, hey Flex, you got that video ready?
I do.
All right, let's play it.
This is gonna piss a lot of y'all off listening.
What?
But I just got to be very honest with it. When I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute. If you in the sports, if you the leader of the team and the team loses, they gonna come at you, right? Because you the leader.
You the quarterback.
If we the leader of the community, and if black women are so out of control, or modern women are so out of control, then ain't that on us?
Yeah.
Like, didn't we drop the ball some fucking where? Because when I think about it, like, we are the least, if we're just talking about black men and black women, we are less educated than them.
Yeah.
And it's getting to the point where we even starting to make less money than them.
Yeah.
I don't think we even in a fucking position to hold them accountable. Hold each other accountable. Let them hold each other accountable, and then we kind of come back and meet in the middle.
Woo!
Jamil said, I'm gonna avoid this topic like the plague. Happy Sunday, though, fam.
No,
Hey,
don't
I'm gonna start
avoid
off by saying this. That his dude said we the least educated. He is, not me. I'm just gonna put that out there right now.
We're talking as a whole, sir, as a whole. Look at the bigger picture.
Hey, I hear you.
All right, so anybody want to start? Where we starting at?
Well, let's start here. What is out of control?
Thank you.
What
I
is
like
Out of
that.
control.
So what I took from out of control is, you know how the whole angry black woman
Like, you out of
stereotype.
control right now. I didn't give you permission to speak. As a black man, I need
Woo!
to know when it's time to go and it's not time to go. Now go ahead and go.
I'm ready.
Girl, go get your grill. Go on and put your grill in. Wait a minute. Go get it, Debbie J.
I'm about to pause and go get it because I'm gonna come raw.
Hey, but James make a good point though, right? So I think he used a false premise to try to build his point by stating that black women are out of control. I don't buy into it, and just that was part of the reason in the private discussion that I didn't agree with him from the jump.
Well, you have to look at the fact of this. I understand where he's coming from because if you interview some men interview the men that are dating black women, white women or outside of the black race. If you ask these men why they don't want to date or marry black women, pretty much all the response is going to be the same. We're angry black women. You can't tell us nothing. We don't listen. We're trying to run everything. And I think that's where he's coming from when he's saying out of control. It's like we're out of control.
Now, Deb, I'm gonna have to jump in on that.
Hold on. That's a moot point because first of all, I'm not going to even take someone's opinion and factor it into consideration if when you talking about why you with somebody else, you only saying something negative about somebody that you're not with. So I can't respect your opinion. If you're saying why do you choose to be with a whatever woman, if you can list off all the great things about that woman, cool, I can respect it, maybe. But if your reason for being with this person is to just say something negative about somebody else that's not relevant to the question, your opinion is not valid. So we can't even use that to factor in as justification for the equation.
I don't know where he's coming from. But I'm just saying that as maybe that's where he's coming from. Maybe that's the reason why he's saying out of control, because I don't see us as out of control. Myself personally.
But then you
I think we out of control because right about now everybody going to Miami. We out of control. The black women's out of control. They over here tanning, cutting their bodies up. They fine as wine. Don't want to do no. They out of control now. That's my little joke, but I mean, y'all may get mad, but I'm just saying they out of control out here getting cut on and all of these different things. Now, when you say about the different races, he didn't say what culture he was talking about. Now we just assume he talking about all black women. I don't know. He said women. Now, all women out of control, or he talking about us as
he said black women.
Oh, so I don't know. I'm not out of control. I'm really learning to be submissive.
Oh,
That's maturity. I mean, but everyone's not at that maturity level too.
But
though.
it depends on how you look at submissive. Submissive is only agreeing to be an asset in the relationship, to come to a place of understanding and willing to be able to communicate. Now that I've got a different outlook on it versus the way I've been taught, it begins to make things look a little different. So that's my little take. We're gonna move right along.
But let's go back though. What is out of control?
Right. But I like that Jillian said it starts with self. And that, just going back to the out of control, I feel like what your level of out of control is should be governed by yourself or within your relationship. It ain't for somebody else outside your relationship to have something to say about that. Because what you do, what you choose to do, whatever it may be, is you and yourself. You shouldn't be generalizing that to the entire population of people, because everybody are not the same. Everybody is not living the same. Everybody not doing the same thing. So what I eat don't make you shit. So what I do ain't got no bearings on how things turn out for you. So if it worked for me, then it worked for me.
But you just
out of control. Now, if you look at social media though, if you look at what we have out there, how the Black women are carrying themselves right now, out of control could be a lot of things if you're looking at the internet. I'm just saying.
If you're looking
at the internet and he looks like he's an internet man, he might be looking at different. I mean, you got women in the South that act differently from the women up in LA. We got different women acting different ways. I guess it just depends on your region. What region was he in?
Yeah, well, that's the thing that Debbie and I was talking about. A lot of people that make these comments or statements as if it's a true statement, which I know for a fact it's not when you look at research and whatnot, or even the circle of people I know. He might be talking about his vantage point, his experience, his friend list on Facebook. And if it's only based off that, it's going to show differently than what I see. So there are a number of research that have been done that talk about this whole subject of people, Black men dating outside the race.
Well,
and it's not a majority of people. The majority of Black men, and not saying that anything is wrong with it. I know James got to feel a little different about that, but mostly Black men date Black women. So the ones that are highlighted are the ones that don't, and they make it as if that's the rule when it's really the exception.
Mm-hmm.
Preach. Come on, David.
No, I okay. From the premises of this, let's make our own assumption. Let's categorize our conversation. So let's categorize it to this. If we're going to compare the men to women, can men really lead women from where they are right now from your vantage point? Right now, we do have a lot of women, a lot of men too getting their degrees, but as of right now, a lot of women are running households. They're running businesses. They're running 500. What is it? The Fortune 500. Fortune 500 companies now. We have more than it ever was back in 2020. It was 2 more added back in 2020, I believe it said. But as of right now, from what we're seeing, are women really out leading the men based in finances, based in the households and stuff like that? What do y'all think about that?
I think it depends. I mean, sometimes it is and sometimes it's not. Or I think as a whole, more Black women are pursuing an adult education, further education through college. I mean, I think they I've seen a number of research polls that state that. But with that being said, in his comment in a video, he said that because Black women have more degrees and starting to make more money, that somehow that makes it where a Black man can't hold them accountable, and it's ridiculous. So that means that anybody that's making less money than women and you don't have a degree, that you can't say anything about bad behavior from a Black female. And it's just a ridiculous argument, if you ask me.
But are the people who are portraying this, I still don't know what the bad behavior is, but I guess nobody don't want to answer that, so I'm gonna leave it alone.
Because
I don't know. I don't have an answer.
So, but let's go back. So, are these degreed and financially astute women? Are they the ones engaging in this behavior that is the issue, or if it's somebody else. I mean, I still don't know what is the behavior.
So I don't think none of us know what behavior is. I think that's a question that has to be asked from the person that made it. However, what I will say is a lot of times when people are looking at you and judging you, what is considered bad behavior really might not even be that bad. So like depending on where you work, or what positions you hold in the community, it's certain things that you can't do. So, and I speak for self in this moment. So just with my job, y'all know I dance. I be dancing. I be dancing all over the place. So like some of the videos and stuff that I post are offensive to people that work with me. Now I ain't been butt booty naked shaking nothing nowhere. But it's just the fact that I'm moving a certain way or I'm listening to a certain music. So some people may deem that out of control because it's their perspective of what control is. But I think that each person will define it, and a lot of times they'll define it based on stuff that they don't do. So the stuff they do is okay to do, but the stuff that they don't do is like, oh, that's just out of control, and that's just so bad, and looking down on somebody else and what they doing. When shit, at the end of the day, everybody live life and have fun in your own way to have fun. Yes, sir, James.
Before we continue, I gotta address something. Somebody, sincere Asiatic. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
He said women have more of an advantage than men.
Than men.
Not to say it's easier for women, it's just women have more opportunities than men. I can't agree with you, bro. We gotta remember, it's 2022. Women were just allowed to get checking accounts in 1960. So
you said women were what?
They were just allowed to get checking accounts in 1960.
Oh yeah.
Like they still catching globally, they're still catching up. So I mean, like we can't say that women got it easier than men. I mean, like women stayed in so many bad situations because they were unable to work to support themselves. Mm-hmm. And now that women are working and women are making money, they have the ability to make more decisions on their own. So what are we really saying here? Are we saying that women are out of control now because we're not controlling them? Because like, let's be real, money is power. And since women have the ability to support themselves now, they don't have to stay under the control of some man.
So let me tell you, Jillian said exactly what's been on my mind. She said it so good. I'm up here scrolling with my mouse and my USB thing ain't even popped up. But Jillian said, I think it can be a hard pill for Black men to swallow to see Black women progress and they feel like they're being bypassed. Now, this next sentence is what I was going to say. Degrees nor finances make for leadership. At the end of the day, I don't care how much money you make and how many degrees you got, it don't always make you the leader in the situation. Black women had to lead households by force, not by choice. We want Black men's leadership. We're waiting for them to take the reins, but the reins can't go to someone who is ill-equipped to continue the progression. Exactly. So Jillian, to me, said a mouthful, and as a woman that has had to several times be a single parent and run stuff on like by myself, I'd be happy. Like, here, somebody else catch the ball. Because when I got in a relationship, let me throw you the ball, buddy. I sit over here. Let me sit in the passenger side with my shades on and look cute and ride over here because I don't want to lead nothing. Take over. So I don't think it's necessarily a want to be in control, but sometimes shit, you got to do what you got to do to make it work.
But the men, I will say from my perspective, the men that I have ran into truly feel like their leadership is based on their finances, or they don't want, or if I'm making more than them, it's an easy feeling for them. I don't need them. So they say, you don't need me. I actually had someone say that to me. What was that, a week ago, Rod? When I called you and told you a week ago, this dude like, oh, so you don't need a man. Who said that?
Yeah.
Just because I make the same amount of money he made, he felt like I didn't need a man because his value was in how much he made and how he can take care of me. Yeah. But we making the same. And so since we're making the same, he cut me off because there was no need for him in my life in his perspective because I make the same amount of money, so I don't need a man.
I think men feel that way because we throw a lot of stuff up in their face too. Because we got it bad with this what you bring to the table, and you have to have a certain amount of money. And so if you're already setting brackets for men when we speak on public, because they pay attention to how we talk, even on these little on our shows and everything. They listen at the dialogue, and most of the time, how we lead anything, we lead with our degrees, we lead with how much money we make. That's what we lead with. And so when they get to that place, we've actually set the atonement for them to feel that way and need to even think that way.
What you got, James?
I gotta stop again. My man Sincere, you just said what I mean by that is that there are still more men incarcerated than there are in college. Sincere, please stop. Please stop providing negative facts. That's a negative stigmatism that's out there that is not based in truth. It is false. If you go in any simple Google search, you'll find out that there are actually more men in college than there are in prison when you do the comparison. Now, what you might really want to compare is the percentage of ratio of convicts, because Black people only make up about 10 to 13% of the population, but a higher percentage of the prison population. So there's a disproportionate number of Black men in prison compared to our counterparts when you're talking about race. But when we're talking about Black men in prison compared to Black men in college, that false fact that's been out there, that's not true, bro.
And the truth is, most Black men that have been in prison, they are allowed to be able to have some form of college education. So some of them, when they come out with some degrees up under their belt. Truth and fact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is true. That's absolutely true. So, but I think too, it highlights from the video that there's a lot of negative, thoughts or stigmas out there that are not factual, and people use that to make these type of videos. And so that was me again. That why I pushed back, because it was just riddled with just untruths from the jump, and it wasn't that he was just stating his point of view. He gave it as a truth statement, and then to say like, "Hey, men can't hold women accountable," and that by itself, I think it just takes away from what the basis of a relationship is. It is shared accountability between two people, making sure that we are fulfilling whatever our responsibility is in that type of relationship, whether it's at work, whether it's a partnership, whether it's family, or whether it's an intimate relationship. If you're not holding each other accountable, what are you even doing? I mean, what rules are you going by? Can I just do what I want to do? Or because I don't make the money that you make, I don't have the degree that you got, I can't say anything about how you move if we're in a relationship. It's just a ridiculous argument to me.
I think that one of the major issues is that the problem is that you got like fake leaders, people who just want to be the leader. So that I think that one of the main issues is that anybody who focuses, whose main focus is wanting to be the leader, as opposed to focusing on the actions and the behavior that will naturally look to people, that will naturally make people look to them to lead. That's the issue. I think that real leaders don't focus on. It's like the person in school that owned the basketball or the football. They wanted to be in charge. They wanted to be the captain just because they had possession of something, and they weren't really qualified to be in that position. I think that the people that are qualified to be in that position, like, what the main thing a person that's a leader might say? I don't want to be the leader. Like, I want it to go to whoever's going to do the best job at this or that or blah, 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 blah. Then that's what I want, because real leaders are more interested in the progression of the group or the organization or whatever it is that they are leading, as opposed to somebody who's just more focused on they want the title, they want the title, they want the title. So I think there's a lot of title chasers out there, as opposed to people who are really focused. Because, like, honestly, I've never heard Flex say, like, I want to be the leader of my relationship. I want this, I want that, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm not out there saying that. I just think that there are certain people who feel like that's what makes them a man, because maybe they really don't know what being a man is. So they have an issue within themselves. And I think that goes to what Dale was talking about earlier. A lot of people equate their finances to their status. And to me, no disrespect to the dead, but that kind of goes to those people that fall under the ideology of the guy that passed away, Kevin Samuels, who feel their self-worth is associated with the bank account.
Yeah.
If you over 35 and you single and you left up. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah.
But a lot of them do. And back to what I was saying for is that a lot of them, okay, so yes, finances do play a role in the sense of they're going to look at, okay, who I'm speaking to based off of their finances. It has been an issue. And like a lot of dudes will tell you, they don't want to go digger. They don't want to date these women because all they want is a free meal and just want somebody to pay for it. So it's like, okay, if I can pay for my own, oh, but now I don't need you. It's almost a lot of them are equating their finances to their leadership. And then when you do place someone equal value to you or to them, it's almost like, oh, now we finna knock heads. We can't get along because you ain't gonna let me lead because you make the same amount of money as me. No, you can lead all you want to, baby. You just gotta know how to lead. Just because you make money doesn't mean you know how to lead. And the thing is, stop telling, like we tell these little boys, you need to man up, man up. For what? How? If they got a woman raising them, how do they know how to be a man? How are you going to tell someone that doesn't know the ropes yet how to be something? You can't tell somebody to be a man that's been raised by women and aunties and mothers and sisters and telling them to be a man. Like,
no,
okay, Dave, hold on. Wait, I got a lot of stuff to say. First off, let me speak on them finances first, because I know you said that, like, yeah, that holds some weight, but however, there's some people that lose their job and now everything that went to hell in a handbasket because all you were relying on was my finances, was keeping me up to float and everything. So the relationship crashed and burned immediately. So I personally don't feel like finances make leadership at all. In no way.
No, I'm not saying that it does. I'm saying a lot of men equate their leadership based off of their finances.
Well, it's not just men. It's our society that does that.
Yeah. Well, because they say money is power. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, now time out. Wait. Now, because I got to digress to these kids that's being raised by mamas and aunties and whatnot like that. Okay, so now, y'all know I got 2 boys in my house. 2 boys that I raised for a very long time by myself. Now, while, yes, they do have someone in their life now, I raised them for a very long time by myself. Now, I ain't going to say that they couldn't grow. They would not have been able to grow into successful men that are able to lead without having a man here in the house or whatever, because at the end of the day, they've had interaction with men along the way. Now, what I have always said from day one was I can't tell you nothing about being a black man because I ain't never been one. So I can't tell you what that experience is. I can't tell you what it feels like. I can't tell you what it's like to be a black man that's stopped by the police, that's afraid, that's getting in trouble at school. I can't tell you none of that. But I can teach you, I can lay the foundation for being respectful, for being responsible, for being accountable, all those character traits that go into making a good human, regardless if it's a man or a woman, just making a good person. I can pour that into you. Now, I feel like every person in life got to go down their path to learn their way, to make their mistakes, to bump their heads, to go through whatever it is they got to go through to learn how to be and who to be, whoever they're going to be. Because you meet people that came from a 2-parent household that is just jacked up and toe up as they want to be. Preachers' kids that you done been in the church since you popped out the cat and you still toe up and toe down and all over the place. The twat. So I don't think that being in a household with 2 parents makes them better off or whatever. Yeah, that's what society has told us is good. I get that. I get all that. But I'm not going to say that if they being raised by aunties and mamas and females, that makes them any less of a man.
No, that's not what I was saying. No.
Hey, hold on. Before you go, since nobody else don't do it, hey, this is a shot to Sincere. We let you know, man. Hey, you don't have to apologize, man. We appreciate you commenting, man. And man, if you don't have to agree with us, and if you don't, put it out there and let us know, and we'll address whatever it is.
Healthy dialoguing. That's what we do here.
Yeah, we just keep shit.
Now, everybody's not going to agree, and that's fine. We're going to say what we need to say, and we're going to keep talking.
Hey, let somebody take this one right here.
What's that? Leadership in a relationship. When does it start to show leadership prior to marriage or during marriage?
Both. It continues on. It don't start, it just stop.
Correct.
Start to show
during leadership.
Yeah,
It
the
says
leadership.
just
Do
start
you
to
need to
show.
show that you're a leader before the relationship start, or once you get in? So it's really now, am I accountable for you now that I'm in a relationship, or do I need to start showing that
When you get married.
level of
I
accountability
agree with
before?
IC. Then it's both. I mean, like
Yeah.
I would
You gotta
hope
show
that
your
you
card.
wouldn't want to go into something with somebody that isn't showing those leadership characteristics, and then once you in it, you would hope that they continue
Right.
with those.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Because like I think with any title, it can be taken at any time.
Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think the big thing about that is sometimes people say, "Hey, we're not in a relationship, we're not committed, so we really don't have a
Now that'd be women though.
responsibility."
That'd be women though. I don't
Talk about it then, James.
Oh, don't look at me like that, Deb. Because women.
I'm trying to wait to hear what you're gonna say, baby.
Because women will be the first person to say what they not gonna do because ain't no ring on their finger. Those are what they be talking about. Those are marriage level duties and blah 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 blah. And you haven't hit that level yet to be getting all of this blah 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 because you ain't this and you ain't that. That's what I'm talking about. That was you saying that. And say you ain't never said that before.
Find the lie. Find the lie.
Yeah.
If you ain't got a ring on it, you can't say nothing.
I'm single tonight.
What say ye?
Huh?
What say you to me? I mean, when I'm dating.
Have you ever said it before, Deb?
Oh, have I ever said there's no ring on my finger? Oh, yes, definitely.
Thank you.
Is something wrong with that? Because I can't expect you to give me. Well, I can't. You don't expect me to give you everything, and we're not necessarily committed. When we're talking in the first part, and I tell you what my end goal is, and my end goal is to have a happy marriage, and you're just wanting to, we committed. I need everything now. You can't have everything. There's levels.
You're digressing because we're comparing this to the leadership model. And what we're talking about is people not showing certain qualities in something until they're in something, which was the original statement that was up.
Well, that's the thing, though. That's the thing. You need to show your cards prior to marriage. I don't want to wait.
Critical of what you just said, then. So shouldn't you know how much you can cook and clean and do all those kind of what are wifely duties, Dale?
Hell, it's more than just cooking and cleaning. I
said hell is a wifely duty. You said hell.
Some people think so.
What are wifely duties, Dale?
But
give me three wifely duties, Dale.
You have to understand wifely duties is different for every relationship. We can't bottle everything.
I guess he want to know what is your wifely
duties? Give me three wifely duties.
My wifely duties is to pray over you. Well, that's what I'm going to pray over my household. That's what I'm going to do. Because the woman is the matriarch to hold things together.
That's one.
Two, I'm going to make sure you're well taken care of. Anything sexually, if you need help, you need sexually healing, I got you. You need me to take care of the household, make sure the food, your clothes are clean, everything like that. I don't have a problem with that. I'm doing that.
So,
I'm going to make sure that's taken care of.
For somebody you're not married to?
Will I do those for people I'm not married to?
Uh-oh.
No, is that what you said? I'm sorry.
That was a question?
Yeah.
I'm going to a certain extent.
So they ain't getting all of them. They get some of them tricks, but they ain't getting all of them.
Yeah, because you got to show your cards at some point.
I see. What you got?
Okay, I got to get my composure for one. That's what I got to get. I'm in a different mindset, like for real. All that sounds good, the praying, the sex, and all that. But the thing that we're really lacking is really just communication and all these things, and really learning our partners and who we're going to go with, because that's just like when we have to go to we want to get these let's say go to another level. You have to end up studying for the test, right? And if you don't like the grade that you made on that test, what do? Like the when you go to college, you have to take those tests to get this grade, these scholarships. So the SATs and all that. You keep going back and restudying something so that you could get a better grade. We're not willing to do that in the marriage. For me, I'm past the sex part. Now that's gonna come with it. When everything lines up, it's about knowing that we have to evolve and communicating, that I have to value what I have and I'm attend to it because I have all these things together. But we lack so much of understanding one another. We don't even get to all this other stuff. Well, we talk so much about the money and degrees and all of that, and half of those things is what don't even hold the household together because we lack in other areas. So
basically what you're saying, I see, is that there are only certain positions that you don't do when you marry. What are you saying?
No, okay, James. Let's put it like this, James. Instead of asking that question, the question should be, what my role will change depending on who I'm dealing with. If this dude is not good with money, yes, I would love my husband to take care of the bills. If this dude is not good with money and I'm better at that, I take that role. Your roles depend on who you with, not as a whole. Yes, I can say I will pray over you, sex you good, clean the house up and everything like that. But if that's not what he needs, and that's not the dynamic of our relationship, because maybe he is the cleaner, maybe he has the OCD. The deal is, it depends on who you're with for what role you're playing.
Well, no, he was just worried about you. He wasn't talking about everybody else. So that's why he keep going that way. He throwing it at you to see what you gonna say, and he just really
just
up to
that.
It
sounds like. I do have a question.
You said it's certain things I said that I'm not gonna do. I never said that. I didn't give you anything that I would do. I told you those things right there. Let me say, if just you want to go deep with me, it's going like this. If we on the same page, because we're not going to always, there's going to be some turbulence, but you can guarantee this. I'm willing now to be able to sit down, communicate, and talk about it, and everything else going to fall in place. I don't have time for nitpicking. I ain't got time for all this, what if, this, that, and the other, because you know what? Life is too short. I'm enjoying the man that I have, and we're going to move forward. We're going to know how to talk about it. We're going to have to sit down. We're going to value some things about one another, but all this extra stuff, hell, that's just too much at this particular point in my life.
You grown. I see.
Yeah, that's just too much for me.
I know that the ladies about to go to the comments, and while y'all doing that, I got a question for you guys as well as our viewers. I'd like for you to comment and post in response to this. We're talking about leadership. We're talking about being in charge. We're talking about men running relationships, all these type of things, right? And a lot of people have been making comments saying that finances really don't matter. So my direct question to you is, can you respect a house husband as a leader?
Speak on it.
Can what?
Man.
Can you respect a house husband? I can repeat for myself, Deb. Can you respect a house husband as a leader? Meaning that you are the woman, you are the sole and only breadwinner in that house. You handle you bring in all the finances. That person's job is strictly to stay at home and make sure
No,
clean. No, don't. How you gonna tell me about what I'm saying? I'm saying like I'm talking about the male version of a housewife where that person does not work at all and their sole duty is to take care of the house, the home, and the kids. Can you respect a house husband when you're the one making all the money and doing everything? Can you respect that person as the leader of your relationship? Comment.
No.
All right.
I'm we got you as a person, regardless. It's not a deal of respect, but you're not the person for me.
So we done seen some no's over here. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
what about you, Miss Cookie?
As far as the answer to James, I'll say the James husband, Lord James question. For me, no, I want my man to go to work.
I see. Waiting on you.
How did he get to that place?
Exactly.
No. I'm going to hold. No, it is because what we do is we throw questions out there and we don't get if he at home. If something happened where he can't work no more, or what are you saying? We went into the relationship like this, or something happened where he got to where he couldn't work no more?
It could be either or.
Well, it depends on either or. Then I got a yes and a no.
Does make a difference.
Mm-hmm. So if something happened where he can't, and that's what he can. Hold on, and that's what he can do to contribute. If that's what he can do to contribute in the event that something happened to make it, because either way it go, if it happened to me and he had to come do the same thing, that's what I'm saying. We make these crazy scenarios because
if a house husband is crazy.
No, I'm not saying that. you're asking that if a house husband is home doing different things, if my husband gets whatever the reason why he can't go back to work and that's what he has to do to help out to maintain where we are, then I don't have a problem with it. It's not going to be a no. But if that's just what she chose to do, now I don't choose to do that. But in the event that happens, it could be in reverse. That's when it comes to the marriage, when we talk about good and bad times and things happen hard. Can my husband release the leadership per se? Because now he's not the head if he can't provide, but he's still doing what he can to make sure we still function as a household. Totally different. So that's a trick question. It's the way you presented it.
It's a trick question.
Because a housewife
is
housewives for different reasons too. If they're having little children, it's cheaper for her to stay home than spending $300 a week for daycare.
Why does it always have to be something negative happen? Like he broke his leg, he on disability.
Hold on. Why we can't get to these comments?
I mean,
okay, because Flex about to get on this. Lord, let's get over here in these comments because we just all about to get kicked off the show. Okay. So Jillian said, I think too many men believe leadership is eccentric with being a man. It's not. You have to actually learn how to lead. It's like having a girl and a boy. The girl has been driving all her life. The boy has never been under the wheel, but you hand the keys to the boy. So just because you got a weenie don't make you a leader. That's basically what they come in saying. And I agree with it. It don't. It's other characteristics that come with being a leader. So it's not just based there. Debbie J, you see one you want to grab?
Yes, most women in a relationship with a man show early on they can be a good wife. Most men are the ones who put stipulations on certain things. Women can go in loving unconditionally, but most men go in loving women with conditions. Not all, but most.
Exactly.
I think we as humans go into relationship with conditions on both sides. Everybody got a condition to a relationship.
I mean,
if you don't do it this way, I ain't moving forward. If you do it this way, then I may give you something. Everything is we all been conditioned.
Yeah.
My man Chris said so. The ladies are saying the only way a man can be the man of the house if he pay the bill. Exactly, Chris, which is hypocritical of what they were saying at the beginning of the show when they were like, money don't mean that it don't matter. It's not the end all.
Who you saying that? You need to make sure you point the finger right because you about to get DDT, baby, through the screen.
Yeah, I'm just saying, because a lot of people saying like education and finances don't make you no leader, blah, 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 blah. But now.
But James, I think.
And it don't, but it ain't saying that
you can't bring nothing.
But I'm saying though, Dale,
no, Chris, that ain't what the lady said. I didn't say that, so y'all don't. I'm gonna be defensive.
It was some ladies that said it though. It was some ladies that said it.
Well,
but she gave some context. Misha gave some context. She said, "Why is he sitting?"
But it don't matter. That's my point.
It does still make a difference.
It doesn't matter if you there. It's like there are multiple roads to the same destination. If you at that destination where you're the breadwinner, and like my thing, I guess
this is what we're gonna have to agree to disagree because there is different reasons that cause you to.
Everything don't have to be a struggle story, though.
I didn't say it was a struggle story.
Like, damn.
Let's word it like this. Hold on. Whatever woman wants, now you gonna wait a minute right now. Whatever woman want a house husband, if that's her prerogative and they rolling together and it works for them, then I'm gonna give high five to both of them. Whatever works for whatever. We try to put everybody's situation together when truly we live two different households and lives. So we are really having a dialogue. But baby, if that work for them, I salute them. And if it don't work for you, then that means that ain't the path you gonna go down. You gonna work with what works for you.
I guess my point is, I understand what you're saying, but I think my main point was about the respect factor as that person being a qualifier for being a leader. It's like because it seems like because when we reverse the roles, it seems like now finances has become.
Thank you, Zobisa.
It feels like finances has become a primary determinant for leadership because, and like I'm saying, it doesn't always have to be something.
Wait a minute.
Damn, if you pulling in 10 million a month doing real estate and you with some guy, if you making 10 million a month, like then you be like, well, you don't really have to work because I got this and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, blah, 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 blah. I see if you decide to franchise your hair salon and you got hair salons all over the nation and you making millions and millions and millions of dollars, it's like, okay, like I got this, so we don't have to do that. and this person can stay at home and do this while you handle the business of all your franchises across the nation. Like, you're not, both of you guys in these hypothetical scenarios, you're not in a struggle scenario. So it's that's just the way that it is.
If I wasn't.
Let me finish there. I guess my point is, can you guys allow a Stedman to be the leader of a relationship without the struggle?
They
I
told
would
you.
put it like this.
And they told me no, Chris.
I put it like this. If I'm making millions upon millions of dollars and this man helped me build my brand and to get me where I am, and now I can take care of him, generations, our kids, generations and generations, and if he want to quit working because I'm making millions and millions and he helped me build that brand, baby, yes. We finna.
Why he can't keep working with you?
He can. I'm saying, but if he want to quit his job because these people are running him ragged, it's stressful.
You got a struggle part to it.
It's not a struggle part to it. I'm saying if he want to quit
context.
because of that, then he can. If I'm bringing in that much money and this man has helped me get to this level, by all means.
Wait
a minute, hold up. This what Flex. This how he want it done. If my man has a dream or a passion that he wants to follow, this ain't about no struggle. Okay, we're gonna take the struggle out. And he wants to pursue moving something that's a passion for his heart, then I'm gonna back him up. Do that sound better?
No, that's not what I'm talking about. Because guess what? There are a lot of housewives that are just comfortable being housewives and making sure they manage the home and manage the kids. And
that's because that works for their marriage, their relationship. It doesn't work for everybody. That's why not every woman is not a housewife, because some men need help. Some men don't make enough to take care of the whole household. Some women stay at home because childcare is too much. Some women stay at home because they're pursuing their dreams and their husband said that they could. There's different scenarios, but for these women that stay at home, if it works for their marriage, it works for their marriage, and we can't say shit about that.
And we can agree on that, but I think my main point for bringing it up and flipping it was just to identify how much finances do play a role when it comes to determining if someone is qualified to be a leader. Because at the beginning of this conversation, there were a lot of talks about finances and education aren't determinants necessarily for making you the leader of the relationship.
Okay, let me tell you something. Hold on. Let me give an example. I got a whole friend. She make big money.
What's her name?
I'm not telling you. And he don't. And her husband, he has a good job too. However, when he wanted to go to school and all these different things, if shift changes at the job, if it was going to bring a cut in their household, she encouraged him, take the cut, because at the end of the day, I make enough money to back you up for you to work less hours, be able to go to school and all of that. So women do have a place to be able to say, they're not doing it to belittle the husband, but anything that's going to help him progress in life, then I'm going to meet him where he needs to be. That's what helped me, Tar. If we want to get technical about it, I'm going to help him meet where he needs to go in purpose in life and all of these different things. But not to say that I'm making this money to tear you down and say, I got this money. Because, truth be told, if we really going into a relationship now, are we strong enough to say this is our money and not my money?
My money. Mm-hmm. Yes. And then the other part of that, I say the other end of that, Misha, is still, if he take less money to go do whatever, that don't make him not a leader because he took less money in that situation. And if a man feel like he's not a leader because he making less, then that may be an insecurity issue. But that's a whole different topic, because taking less money does not take your title away. You should be holding that title in more aspects than just that financial means. And I think that is the difference.
I want to live life with you. And if that job breaking you down, we finna figure something out where we can live. Because he bringing only working about 15 days out the month, about 6 months out the year, and I'm ready to live and travel, and we gonna do something. And I don't want you broke down. I'm gonna help make sure that you're straight.
And then I done had some that was making big money, long money, and wasn't shit as a leader. So having a whole lot of money still don't make you a leader either. So
and then when I was married, I made more than my ex-husband, but he took care of the household and all the bills and this, that, and the other.
We always putting that man out there. Oh, I hope you know what.
All I'm trying to do is be the balance to the imbalance of my man, and I want him to be the same thing for me.
You're so worried about the finances part of it. Yes, women are making more than men, but that doesn't mean that I make more than you. This man, he did.
Okay, Debbie J, we're getting in trouble again. No, James, no. What comment am I going to, Flex? Where am I going? Y'all getting us in trouble.
To watch this show except for that one man.
Hey,
What?
hey,
I want as many people as possible to watch the show except for that one person. I would be okay if that one person don't watch.
That's embarrassing for you, for your woman to make more money than you then?
Now for you to put it on blast like that.
Oh, okay.
Flex, where I'm going, Flex? Where I'm going? What you want me to say? What you want me to say?
Wrap up. Let's do this last comment, and then we're gonna wrap it up.
Let me just say
can somebody take this?
I just want to be the balance to the imbalance of my man, and I want him to be the same for me. That's what I see. I don't know. Over here, it's really crazy tonight, and they got me tickled, but I'm listening. Okay, I regret.
Take this one, Cookie.
All right. So it says that all sounds good, James, but in a majority of men, these men will feel less than not being a contributor in the household. They make it hard to love them when they don't. I've been with someone where I was making more, he resented it. So I think that fall into that insecurity when that's like a self thing. That's a self thing. There.
Yeah, one more.
A man can be working fast food and be the best man a woman has encountered, but most women will overlook him for a man that's making $40 an hour at a paper mill that doesn't treat them as well. The finances play a role from jump, and women don't make as much as men, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yeah, he's right.
I mean, yeah, just like James is insecure about having a woman making more money than him. I mean, a woman. I'm just saying.
Okay, Flex, I heard we have a commercial. Will you please play the commercial?
Here we go.
I had to. I'm sorry.
But however, this statement did have a little truth in it.
Yes.
Your success ain't gonna happen overnight. It may take a year. It may take 2 years. It may even take 10 years. For some people, it might take even longer than that. But one thing I do know, as long as you keep fighting and staying consistent, you will make it. Look in the mirror and ask yourself, are you gonna make it?
Creed. Step in that water, step in that water, step in that water. Yeah. You gotta be willing to go out and get it. You gotta dive in it, go and get it. Step in that water, step in that water, step in that water. Yeah. You got
All right. Shout out to MC. If y'all are in the DFW area, you can go by and get your haircut, go by and buy you some shirts, go by and frequent that visit. We always appreciate the support. So the floor is yours. If y'all are in Texarkana or wherever else, you can always jump online and order some MC fresh stuff. Get you some shirts. Support. Yes. All right. I see. I think it's your turn.
I don't have nothing.
We're gonna let James do the love note then.
Oh yeah, James. This I'm tonight. I'm giving leadership to you.
Let's see. I don't want to do no love note. I want to talk about something else though.
Well, there don't have to be no love note. We just passing the end of it to you.
I'm gonna do it. Let me go. All right, check this out. As parents, right? As parents with children. Children are gonna pick up habits from their parents, right? No matter what, it's just
Correct.
a law of science. It's just a law of science. That's just how it works. If a child is around a parent, it's some type of habit that child is going to pick up from their parent. So here's the thing about it though. You got good habits and bad habits. The probability of your child picking up your bad habits is higher than your child picking up your good habits because all of our bad habits are shortcuts to make things easier in life or more convenient for us, but it's really holding us back. Like, for example, it's easier if you got some trash in your hand, it's easier to throw it on the ground than it is to walk 100 yards to the nearest trash can. But that's a bad habit. So if a kid sees that, they're going to pick up that bad habit before one of your good habits. So the goal is when you're in the presence of your children to display more good habits than bad habits because those children are going to pick habits up from you no matter what. So let's make sure they're more the good than the bad. Boom.
Okay. I ain't got no arguments there, man. That was good, man. Way to switch it up on us, James.
Yeah,
Hey, we snap for I see we snapping for you, bro. Hey, give my man his.
that's her thing. That's her thing right here. Give me one of those. That's all.
All right,
That's it.
all right, man. That's good. Yeah, I agree, man. You know, one thing about us as adults with the kids around us, we're gonna model a role.
And they always watching, even when you think they're not. They always even when you think they're not. And they always picking up on our energy, even when you're not talking or showing them something.
I thought you was done. It was my turn, but you killed it. That was good. Yeah, that's
he
good.
Can't give the leadership up.
Now see how I see it.
Deb, you up?
Okay, y'all, it is time for a prize giveaway. All right, everybody that's listening, listen to me carefully. We're going to give a prize away. The first person that calls in with a will win a customized doormat. State the number. All right, so y'all see the doormats up there? You can get a customized one. All right, so y'all listen up. 973 591.
What? You need glasses.
That's a 2, Deb. That's a 2.
Oh, so I'm looking at the script. The script has a 3.
It does.
That's why I was tripping. That's why I kind of stuttered over that. Okay, the first person to call in, 972-591-8032. 972-591-8032. First person to call in, you will win a customized doormat.
Amisha.
I was like, who on the podcast is calling in?
Okay, I'm hanging up. I just had to do it. Y'all better move faster than me, baby. I could use a doormat.
I got my phone right here ready.
Y'all already called in.
Who's making these doormats? Those are nice.
Yeah, I got the info up here. I'm gonna share right afterwards.
I was trying to add a loop to you, but you won't even. Okay.
Man, I messed that one up. Man, try it again, bro.
It really ain't cool when you have to redo on live in front of everybody.
The moment has passed.
All right,
hey, nobody wants to call in.
591-8032. Come on, call in.
You gotta come on and win this doormat.
Okay. So we're gonna leave this number up here for a while and let them decide if they want to call in. Some people get a little shy by calling in and talk to us, but hopefully they do. We'll leave the number up. Hey, I got somebody. Hold on.
I was finna tell Aiden, call in. You know we need a new mat.
Right?
No, we don't recognize his well speaking, but are you sure?
Hold on, my brother. For your mat, it's gonna come.
Yeah, so anyway, like I was saying earlier, like I just feel like y'all ain't respecting these I feel like y'all ain't respecting these Stedmans out here. That's all I'm saying. It don't gotta be a struggle story. Stedman ain't struggling. Y'all know Stedman is a millionaire too.
Well, Stedman got money that sustains him. He don't have to work.
Say it again.
Sounds like Stedman has money that sustains him, and he doesn't have to work. He still can provide. He can still do what he needs to do.
You think
hey, all right, y'all. We got the caller. Caller, state your name and where you calling from.
It's Mickey Magic calling from Texas.
Go Mickey!
Hey.
They must be friends.
Hey, y'all.
That's Mickey from the play.
Eve, my sister.
That's my baby. Yeah.
Wait, which one is this one from the play now?
That's Eve.
I'm Eve.
She's the one trying to fight folks. The little bitty one, big booty, long dress. That would be her.
Oh, okay. That's what's up, man. That play was awesome.
That's my sugar foot.
Okay.
So first, what do you think about the discussion today? I know you got some good parting words before you hang the phone up. What you got for us?
So I kind of came in at the end. I did like the little guy's, child nugget. But I also, as far as like leadership and men, I heard the question about a man being a stay-at-home wife or husband.
Yeah.
I don't have small children, So I'm cool if we have enough money that he does not work, but he needs to be getting out the house. Like he needs to have a life. I don't like men sitting at home just all the time.
So is that what you feel that housewives do?
No, but like I said, I don't have no kids. So what are you staying at home for? Like we're not like tearing up the house. And if we got that type of money, we should have somebody coming in, cleaning the house or keeping things together, that type of situation.
So what about the same scenario?
That's the only type of money we need to have where you don't work.
What about the same scenario with a housewife though with older kids? Does the same logic apply?
Oh, so if I don't have small children, I'm not a stay-at-home type of person. Like I'm gonna have a life. I'm gonna be doing something.
I got you.
You know,
busybody. Yes.
Yeah,
that works
I'm
for
thinking
their
about that
relationship.
video that was on with Steve Harvey and some other gentlemen. And Steve Harvey, they addressed it. And what Steve Harvey said specifically was he don't want his grandkids seeing a man staying at home and thinking that's okay. So you know, that's kind of a one size fit all answer on it. It doesn't take into account the different scenarios that y'all have brought up. You know, what if the female can hold it down more than enough money, and as Misha said, IC said that the job that he had was stressful. You know, so I mean,
No. David said that. I said if my man has a dream that he wants to pursue, because James didn't want to hear the negative. Like he wanted us to stop putting a negative attachment.
Yeah, and I could support those things too. Like circumstances. He could have a bad heart, or anything could happen, stress, whatever. But he still needs to be. When you say staying at home, I feel like they're not being productive. You need to be contributing to the community. You need to be doing something. Okay. Especially if we don't have kids that you're trying to raise.
I can get with that. I can dig it. Yeah, kids take stuff in like James just said, they watching and paying attention, and they're all saying sometimes if you don't work, you don't eat. So you got to be careful about what you're showing your kids. Not that it's inherently wrong for a guy to stay home, but what is he doing when he's staying at home? If he's just laying around all day, just chilling.
Absolutely.
Hey, so I'm gonna let you. We got a couple examples on the screen. Well, I know you don't want the JNet condo, but we have the do not disturb. Or if you got something specific that you want, reach out to Miss Cookie. IC. I said I know you know both of them. Let us know what you want on your rug, and we'll get that created for you and get it. Give it to you. They cutting up over here. So here's the joke that you don't know that people are saying. You said that did you call him little? You called James little.
The little guy.
No, I didn't call him little. I said the little nugget, the little child nugget.
Oh, okay.
Is he little? You like a little man? No, I would never do that. Even if you were a little man, I would.
Yeah, I'm like 4'2".
Yeah.
4'11". So like we're good.
She was talking about the little boy nugget. That's what she was saying.
I got you.
Little child nugget,
yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, just let either know which what you want, and you don't have to come up with it right now. If you need time to think about something to personalize, let me know. Let them know, and they'll get it to me. We'll make sure we get you your doormat.
And thanks for tuning in, Sissy.
Whoop,
Thanks for tuning in.
Buy y'all some raw and royal juice from Nikki.
Oh yeah, she does raw juice and that natural juices and honey.
Why don't you take a minute and plug what you do then, Nikki? What's going on?
Yes.
Okay, so I own Raw and Royal Juice. It's a cold pressed juice company. You can follow us on Facebook at Raw and Royal Juice. So give me a buzz. It's 214-205-7661.
Okay.
See how my skin
in the Dallas area?
No, she's in Texarkana.
I'm sorry, what now? I do ship. I ship.
Oh, yeah, but she do ship. Mm-hmm. Okay. So how about we'll get your information? We'll share it on the podcast page, and I know I'll definitely support you. So I'll be reaching out.
See, you can get that. You can get Raw and Royal on your doormat. Boom.
That's it.
We can do that. Okay, sounds good to me.
Cool. All right. Hey, thank you for calling in, and I look forward to hearing from you.
All right, y'all.
Love you.
Thank you.
I have to go get my juice so I can come through.
Oh yeah, okay. I could run and go get one of mine, but I'm not gonna run that fast.
All right.
All right,
Flex. We got another commercial.
No, actually, we're just gonna go ahead and wrap it up. So, Miss Cookie, keep pointing to you.
All right, so we wrapping up, y'all. We finna get to our parting thoughts. We definitely want to thank everybody. Today was an interesting show. It was good, full of fireworks. I like them when they like that. It goes so quick and it don't be boring. So we was in that thing for another time around, and I hope everybody enjoyed it. I'll kick off my parting thoughts first. I got two parting thoughts. I got one for outside your household. You teach people how to treat you by what you allow, what you stop, and what you reinforce. So be mindful of your interactions with people, be it at work, out in the community, wherever else, but make sure that you're being treated the way that you want to be treated. So it's all based on how you allow people to treat you. Secondly, within the relationship, I think that if you are keeping score in your relationship or in love, then you're losing the game already because it ain't a game. So it's not tit for tat on everything that you do. Love with everything in you. When we sitting here talking about accountability and all this, that, and the other shit, everybody ought to be pouring all they got into the relationship. If you are there and you are truly vested into it, give your all in it every single time, and the rest of it gonna fall in place. We laugh and we joke a lot. We talked about sex today. That's gonna come. If all the rest of the key components fall in together, that's gonna come. You ain't gonna have to be worrying about who make the most money and who do the most this and most that. It's all gonna come together. I do believe that a relationship if it has a strong foundation, it'll weather the storm. The rest will be okay. So don't be keeping score. No tit for tat. Because you did this, I'm gonna do this, and then 10 years from now, I'm gonna bring it back up. Just love one another to the fullest.
Yeah.
Boom. So that's what I got. Debbie J, parting thoughts?
Oh, I'm not ready yet.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, she is. Like what she just
Come
said,
on.
it just kind of rolled into what y'all really need to do is heal them damaged emotions, because that's what causes a lot of things in these relationships. We got some damaged emotions. And most of the time we be looking at the other person when really we need a good mirror that we need to get in front of and look at ourselves. And when we look at ourselves, it begins to show us some needed and necessary places that we need to checkmate ourselves so that we're able to flow freely moving forward. Now, by this time in life, of course, some of us are a little bit older, like Miss Cookie said. It's time out to be wasting time on unnecessary arguments, disagreements, and all of these things that separate us from moving forward in a manner in which we should have a strong pulse and a strong heartbeat, baby. Because at this point, I ain't trying to flatline, baby. I'm trying to move on up the mountain. I want a strong pulse every time I move, baby. And that means in the relationship that I have with the man that, makes my heart flood and all these different types of things. Because see, my kid's grown, honey. At this particular point, I ain't got to worry about, I can call and check on, but I ain't got to do no tending. I get to tend to me and him, and we can make some things work. But I'm truly learning at this stage in life, even now that I'm 48 years old, it is truly about communication, learning the person. When you love somebody, you choose to learn them every day, because some things will come out that's a little bit different, and you're gonna have to learn how to talk, but not all this talking to be mad at them. Talk to listen so that we can keep moving forward, and whatever we need to do to make the household run smoothly and that we can enjoy life and see the world together, let us get to that place to do it. You hear me? I'm just this is what I see talking about, and y'all can tell I'm for real, right? I am for real. Because, honey, I done wasted a lot of time on some nothing stuff. And I'm over here telling Misha and I see really be kind of doing things right. Misha can show out sometime. And I had to tell Misha, you done showed out too much, girl. Sit down, because I'm talking to you. Y'all need to talk to yourself. Get it together.
Like that. All right, mine will come in.
Wait a minute, hold up. And don't let your pride be in the way when you need to go back and correct some things that you've done wrong. Because sometimes that's what we don't want to do, because we worry about what everybody else gonna say, or the fact that we said something different and now we got to go back and reach it. Baby, swallow that and move on. Move down on. I promise it'll get greater later. Trust me.
Yeah. That's good.
Okay, there you go, Debbie. I regret.
Mine would be, hey, if you're single, have in mind what you're looking for in a mate, but be flexible, because you're not going to find the perfect person. And then if you already in a relationship or in a marriage, just know that, like she said, communication is absolutely everything. Don't sweat the small stuff, and just live life to be happy, and don't compare your relationship, marriage, to what social media relationship goals are. Do what's just best for you all. But for my single folks, hey, listen, know what you want, but be flexible because you're not going to find the perfect person. You can grow to be perfect for each other, but when you're first meeting, there's going to be some stumbling blocks and things you need to learn from each other to become one. So you can get there. So that's all I have to say.
Good advice. James.
My parting thoughts. The first thing that I want to say is I want to extend my thoughts and my prayers to the people and the family of the 10 people that lost their lives in Buffalo. My first statement is, number one, we need to abolish the ability for people to be able to plead insanity. Anybody that kills somebody in cold blood, not in self-defense, we already know you crazy. So that should not be a defense for anybody. And number two, we need to bring back public executions. I think that some people want some attention so bad, so we need to give it to them. And this is the other thing. Will Smith slapped Chris Rock in March. And we are a little bit over a week and a half from June. And they still talk about that shit every day. The Ukrainian war started in like February. We still talk about that shit every day. And billions of dollars later being sent across the sea to help other people. But nothing's being done to help us here. As Black people, we need to put ourselves first. We need to make sure that we're prioritizing our own stories, telling our own stories, keeping stuff in the forefront for justice. And we need to make sure that we're making ourselves a priority. And those are my parting thoughts.
Okay. And mine's real quick. Man, I see talked earlier. There's a saying in the Bible, it says, love does not demand its way. I hold to that wholeheartedly. So if you're in a relationship and you have to demand your way because it's something that you're not getting, maybe you should examine if you need to be in that relationship.
Hell, I've been guilty. Amen.
Right. I like that.
Summed it all up.
Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it. Well, excellent job, crew, as always. I love the fire and the arguments and all the extra stuff. It makes it for a spicy show. It makes a spicy show. So yes, y'all, thank y'all for joining us. Thank you for tuning in. Juneteenth parade in Texarkana is coming up. Aiden has been talking about it. We're doing a video today. So y'all sign up for the Juneteenth parade. Get in on it.
Yeah.
It seems just like yesterday y'all had it.
I'll be reaching out.
Holding up Juneteenth again. It comes every year. All right. So thank y'all for joining us. We love y'all. Flex, drop the outro.
They the Roy's new podcast, who want the smoke? Coming raw and uncut like who want this dope? Whatever you want, they for sure to cover the topic. From racial issues to fashion flies to cockpit. Y'all ain't never get it like this, cause they ain't never did it like this. We on our this the way the cookie crumbles for y'all. She gon' bring the inspiration to all. You know what's up with her. And this shit manifesting is a vision. And y'all gon' love TJ cause he the realest. From the heart of a mob, they the start of it all. You looking for a holler and holler at your rod. The professor, nothing less, coming at you with the lessons. Get your edge if you knowin' what's good for you. They educated, but they still keep it hood for you. Won't need another, this one here really do it for you.
Baby, the flow is yours. Yeah, baby, I'm on the flow is yours. Baby, come down to the flow is yours. Let me show you how pro the flow is yours. No, the flow is yours. 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 The flow is
Yes.
We need to make it back around to give James the time on the screen, but
Because that's all James gonna do, right? James gonna be looking just like that.
Like he looking like you looking. But I want to point out, everybody else at the bottom of their name got what show they on, except for Debbie Jane. She got I said what I said. They just
mine is a typo because I don't know shit about love and relationships.
And then they keep putting that little tied picture. I hate that picture. I don't know.
Hey, your picture is timeless. Ain't nothing tied about it.
No,
she don't want to be in the
not
car.
a timeless picture, and I did not approve that picture. And whoever did, I'm letting you know on live.
I got it from you.
She don't want to be in the car.
Hey, Debbie J, talk about I said what I said.
I don't even know like that.
What I said is another podcast show that's coming. Yes, it's called I Said What I Said. And I want James to be chiming in. I want to make a special line for James to call in because James give a different perspective that's gonna ruffle some feathers that I like that little spice that he brings.
You gonna point your finger like that the whole time?
Yeah.
You gonna point your finger at me like that the whole time?
Yes.
Yeah. Just an
So
aggressive.
you know who's in the lead. No, I'm just playing. But no, it's just a show. We're gonna hit all the topics, all the social media topics, and just different topics that may come up that I didn't give a point of view on.
This Wednesday.
Oh, we're doing it this Wednesday. That's right. We're doing it this Wednesday at 7:00. Y'all come join in. Who else is on the show? Angelia, she's on the show. I forgot her show name. Ladybug. I'm sorry. Ladybug is also on the show with me, and me and her are going to be tag teaming the different topics and everything like that. So,
and I'm sitting here thinking you had that just because you be telling all these stories and stuff. Girl, I know you had your whole show. Okay,
we just found everything out on live on 55 tonight.
We just finding out with y'all tonight.
Hey, Cookie. Hey, girl. I'll tell you what. We're just gonna get together and tag team because the way this is going, we just.
Hey, all you gotta do is follow the page because it's out there.
Lisa.
I want to talk to you.
No, that's like working at a job and you don't find out stuff today and answer to the general public. You're supposed to have a group staff meeting and announce it to your staff first.
For joining us this evening. Hope you guys enjoyed the conversation, the dialogue. As always, make sure you like, share, subscribe. We're on all social media platforms. Get ready for IC's inspirational show coming. Get ready for Deb's I Said What I Said.
I got a prayer line.
When James got to get us together, we doing real bad. Okay, so like, share, and do what we supposed to do.
Get ready for Cookie's scarf show coming up too. She's gonna have a show all about the scarves.